On the screen right now, you can see 3 upcoming videos on Priest's channel, so if you are subscribed for a particular type of content, stay tuned.
Welcome back everybody to another episode of Free Desktop Recording Softwares. My name is Priest and today I will be reviewing Ezvid. Here I have a list. As you can see, we have 7 of these programs left. On the list, next one is Ezvid. I want to give a note once again, even though it is available here, I did miss out on a previous video to showcase that it does have a pause button. As you can see, note has been added that it does in fact have a pause button. So if I do miss out anything in the video, I'll make sure I update it and add it into this list over here as a note. I will be using a moving background so you can see how the program performs when using particular features, so let us get started. Ezvid, free video editor and screen recorder. So let's have a look at what website claims Ezvid. Is a Los Angeles-based software media company, and then we have a bunch of stuff. I did check that this company is basically located in America, and it seems that it in fact is. If we scroll down, we see Ezvid for Windows. I'm gonna click this button, which opens up Ezvid program. They actually don't call it Ezvid, but instead Ezvid. Hey, is it GIF or GIF? But what we are interested in is what the website actually claims. I'm going to give you a couple of extra updates, so let's see what we have. Ezvid for Windows, the easiest screen recorder and video editor. We have a bunch of claims. I did read through these, but they are very broad claims that don't give out anything specific about the program. However, one thing that it does give out is, for example, draw on your screen. And free included music. We'll get to this later in the later segment in the video. I'll talk about this. So let's keep moving on. Here we have a bunch of claims as well, as you can see, or just in general explanation. Moving down, we have some features. So for example, we have works in HD. We have screen capture, instant face cam, screen drawing, speed control. And moving on, we also have screen recording. Here's how it looks like. Ezvid is the world's most easy screen recorder and screen capture program. We also have speech synthesis. What this basically means is that it turns text into speech. And then we have more info button, which opens up this page with keyboard shortcuts. We have something that says become an expert user, stay up to date, where to download, requirements. We also have an FAQ, and one question that really interests me is Ezvid free? Yes, Ezvid is completely free. We do suggest that you donate within 30 days of downloading it. One thing that I do want to note about this company is I remember this company because I've seen their videos a long time ago. They actually have a YouTube channel with, I think, bunch of videos. So I remember their channel from videos like top 10 this, top 10 this. As you can see, they have 10 best touchscreen desktop computers, 10 best RGB mouse pads, and so forth. They have a bunch of these videos, and as you can see, look at this. There has been at least, I don't know, what is this, like maybe 30 videos released in one day. Even though it's not really about their website, I still thought I should point this out. Quality of the videos and all, and the accuracy of information is questionable because many times they have promoted their own programs, but that's for another discussion in itself. However, let us keep moving on. So I'm gonna scroll down, click download. So let's start with the installation. I'm gonna hit run. I accept. Next. Here we have some explanation how to get started. During the installation, we start to see some of the features, limitation, etc, etc. So it says record your screen with one click, pause your recording, record up to 45 minutes. Select a screen region. Also, Ezvid never leaves a watermark on your recording, and your recording is automatically rendered in crisp HD. Do pay attention that it says HD. It does not say full HD. Let's keep moving on. Next. By the way, full HD would be 1080p and HD would be 720p. Moving on, with Ezvid you can record speech with your computer microphone, add amazing audio effects, synthesize computer speech, which is basically text to speech, record voice and screen simultaneously. Ezvid uses your default microphone and automatically normalizes and optimizes your recordings for optimum quality. Moving on. We can also save your projects whenever you close Ezvid. Never deal with confusing bins or media lists. Duplicate a project with one click. Delete a project with one click. Let's keep moving on. So here we go. We start to see that it's actually downloading something. It doesn't quite tell you what it's downloading. There's nothing. Only it says that it's downloading something. So, and 160 megabytes is quite a lot of space for a program. And there we go. The installation was pretty fast, I'm guessing. The program is opened, but however, it did open up a separate website that says 𝐅𝐻𝐵ID.com/thank-you, and then it says follow these steps to get started with Ezvid. First, it suggests you to maybe buy a microphone or better headset for better quality recordings. It suggests to donate and also to watch and read some of the tutorials that it has. So let's see what the program offers, what's going on. So here's one thing that I'm noticing. I did install this program, then I uninstalled it. What I'm noticing here is that it actually loaded the project from previous version automatically, even though I have uninstalled the program previously. So I guess when I was deleting the program, it still kept the files on there. So here we are in a new project. Let's see what's going on. This is your home screen, but also an editor. So in this next segment, let me really quickly show you the recording process. So here we have a button that says capture screen. If I click it, it says click start capture now to start recording your screen. And here you have, like it says, estimated maximum capture time, and that depends on how much disk space you have. We have two buttons actually. We have start capture now and use advanced settings. If I click that, it gives me a couple of extra options. For example, if I want to enable the microphone, if I want to optimize the audio for headset, transparent mode, transparent screen capture controls. What is that supposed to mean? Let's take it and see what happens. Select capture area. We can basically select the area and we can capture the webcam, which I'm not going to do. Let me just click start advanced capture now. So here we see a 3-second countdown and recording begins. What I am noticing in the bottom left corner, you can see that there is actually a little bar, if you will, with some controls. So we have pause, stop, and draw, but if I just leave my mouse on it, it tells me how much time I have left to record. So you can record up until 45 minutes. So let's see what we have. We have pause, which basically pauses. We have stop, which stops, and we have draw. Let me click draw and see what options we have. First, we have paint on screen, and pay attention what happens. If I click this, my background pauses actually, and this is an animated background. So if I now click, I can draw on the desktop basically. Right click or escape to return. If I right click, and I think we need to wait a little bit. As you can see, it disappears off the screen and now my background starts to move again. And we also have some presets, if you will. For example, if I click this, it lets me leave like a thumbs up. We also have an arrow, for example, if I want that. But we also have some funny ones. Why have these? But okay, let me still show you what we have. We have smiley faces, we have these stamps, we have noob, we also have pawn, look at that, WTF, rage quit, hack, and what the... A little funny options, but they are there. Let me close this. As you can see, it fades out, the background starts moving again, and I'm gonna click stop. So once the recording has stopped, you see it says importing data, and now it's actually, I guess, sort of doing something to the video to import it. So we have screencap0.avi, and it's, I guess, rendering it, maybe like, I don't know, completing the recording itself. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna have you note one thing, however. Do pay attention that I already had an element in media line over here. So I guess you could call this a line or a track. Media track and audio track, and you'll notice that I already have something in there. That is actually sort of this Ezvid introduction. So I'm gonna just let this play and show you what's going on. And here's what I'm noticing is that the audio element moved to the left, and it's not exactly what it should be. But let's play this and see what happens. Recording begins. What I am noticing in the bottom left corner, you can see that so there we go. That's basically like a little element introduction, and then our video starts. However, audio element inside the audio track, this green stuff, you'll notice how it's moved to the left. It's not really synchronized to the video element up here. See how there's a little space? Let me just zoom in to show you. I think I want to just showcase this. See? It should not be like that. It should be aligned together. So if I remove this element, yeah, something like this. Now we have a little extra audio, which is weird. Anyhow, we also have an option to save a video, which is it basically says down here, saving video. And now it's actually rendering a final video. Remember that the original recording was called something like Screen Rec 0, and this says rendering final video. So let's wait and see what it does. Now do pay attention, this is an editor and I still wanted to showcase some of the stuff that I am noticing as I am showcasing you the program now. I think it stopped around, what, 40%? Now it says adding watermark. And now it says ready. So as you can see, we have two files for some reason. One of them being final, 1 minute 45 seconds, and the other also being final/WM, also 1:45. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on beneath the surface. So here we see file size, duration, overall bit rates, stuff like that. Now let's see what video gives us. So we have duration of 1 minute 45 seconds, bitrate of 3271 kilobits per second, width and height of 1280 by 720. So the program records HD just like they said, and it recorded 24 frames per second. I'm also going to show you the audio. What I'm noticing that the bitrate of audio is only 128 kilobits per second, which is pretty low. Well, that's about the information for this rendering. Now let me showcase the rest of the program and what it offers. So here we have Ezvid, we have the question mark. If you click it, it actually opens up the help panel with some information like shortcuts, what is what, and if you actually drag and resize the window, you'll see that the help panel also resizes, which is good. We have some information that you can type in to basically let you know what your projects are about. So we have title and description of the project, and also the category, which as you can see mimics the YouTube category system. Next we also have some music. They've said that this is a free music that it comes with, but can you actually use it for YouTube videos? Remains to be seen. Let's keep moving on. We have voice mix, and you can see I can move the slider right or left. What happens is basically if I move it to the left, it favors speech, so you can hear your voice better. However, you can still hear the music. Even if you move the slider to the left, it does not turn the music off. And if you move it to the right more, you're gonna hear more music, but you'll still be able to hear your voice. So let me try to showcase this. So I'm gonna move this to the right and let's play this. And recording begins. What I am noticing in the bottom left corner, you can see that there is, so that's when it's all the way to the left. It's actually a little bar, if you will, with some controls. So we have pause. So I don't know, it's doing something, maybe not much, not too loud, but it's doing something. So let's keep moving on. Here we have the button for watermark. Instead of remove watermark, it just says add watermark, and if you click it, you can find your own watermark and just leave it there. There are no options to actually move the watermark around or resize it. It's set like that, and that's where it stays. We have play button. We also have new project and then open or load project button. This button is actually undo, I think, and this one is redo. Next we have zoom out and zoom in. These next 6 buttons are actually for audio effects for your voice. So as you can see, it says voice effect, telephone speaker. So basically each tells you what it does. This makes you sound like a robot and so forth. Next we have a button that says game recording help. If I click it, this is what I get. Anyhow, next button captures the screen. I showcased this already. We have this button to record voice. So if I click it, now as I'm speaking, you'll notice that I'm recording my voice. Basically, I'm overdubbing and also recording over already existing recording. So I'm gonna leave this, basically unclick it, and let's see what happened. With some controls. So we have pause, so if I click it, now as I'm speaking, you'll notice that I'm recording my voice. Basically, I'm overdubbing and also recording over already existing recording. So as you can see, I have been recording. I think you were able to hear exactly where the cuts were. That's what it does. And you basically do not have any control over moving it around or anything. If this audio is already here, it's there. Next we have a button that says synthesize speech, which basically is text to speech. But first, in order to use it, you have to add some text. So for example, I can go like, hello world, what's going on? I'm priest, something like that, and click finish. And now what I actually have to do is right click and clear the recordings, and then confirms. So this removes all the audio recordings. You click synthesize speech and you let it do its thing, and now it basically synthesized this text. As you can see, everything's empty up until the point where text starts. Let me play and show you.
Hello world, what's going on? I am priest.
That's pretty much what it does. Okay, so you already seen the text adding option. change the background color, change the text color, also the font, and finally add a picture or a video. So for example, I can just find my photo and add it. It's going to be added as another element inside the timeline. And down here we have two buttons which are basically for purchasing a microphone and a headset. And I don't know why would they add that there, but if you click it, it opens up another page which takes you to already familiar web page that we've seen earlier. And if you click any of these buttons, it takes you to Amazon. And finally, we also have a save video button, which I'm just going to click once again and you'll see it's saving the video. So that was me showcasing the recording process, the features, how the program works, operates. I pointed out a couple of things. Now let me give you my first impressions. What I am noticing, to me, this program seems very plastic. It seems more like a toy than an actual serious program that you would use. This basically wants you to stay a beginner. It gives you some basic options here and there. It has some interesting options, I'm sure, if you've started using it more and more and you got a hang of how it works. Maybe you could figure something out and use this program for something extra. I personally, from first impressions, can't really figure out what this program would be used for, other than just basically me right now testing it and showing you what it does. It has very basic features, lots of limitations. Again, to me, somebody who's been using, for example, Sony Vegas for a long time, or Premiere Pro, this seems more like a toy than an actual program to use. However, I'm going to leave more criticism for the later segments. Let's move on to next segment, which is, does it have luxury features and what are they? One luxury feature would be a watermark. To be able to add your own watermark is super useful. If somebody tries to steal your videos, having your watermark always tells the viewer who this video belongs to. I think being able to overdub your voice is actually pretty useful. But again, this is more for, these things that I'm talking about are more for video editor. The recorder itself does not have any luxury features. Let's move on to the next segment and test the exported video inside a video editing software. So here I have the files. I'm actually going to drag both of these in and let's see what happens. Previewing the first video actually shows that there is some lag with the recording. Let's preview the second video. Also, there is no voice at all and the video is lagging. However, you guys will be able to see all of this in a 30-second sample section. Alright, let's talk about bad things I ran into, and there are plenty. When it comes to the program, they basically copied YouTube's category system. These are all the same categories from YouTube. Here we can see YouTube's category system, and here is from Ezvid. Autos and vehicles, cars and vehicles, comedy, education, entertainment, travel and events. So basically everything copied word for word, just maybe not in the same place. When it comes to this music, this is on their website. They state free included music, and there is music, but this music is not free. You cannot actually use this music in your videos. You will get a copyright claim, which means your video will get claimed because these are a bunch of remixes. So basically, yeah, this is just useless to you. Unless they have made their own music and included it in the program, everything else is not free. This voice mix slider actually doesn't turn off the music at all. There's no way to turn off the music unless you maybe go down here and select use your own and you just find a file that has no music. All these other ones have some sort of sounds or music going on in the background. Moving the slider all the way to the left makes your voice stand out a little more, however you can still hear the music. And moving the slider to the right, basically you can hear more music. There is an option to add a watermark, however, there are no options to customize the position, the size, transparency, none of that. Just add a watermark and that's where it stays. This program has, well, basically I am now reviewing the editor, but let me do it anyways, it's not a big program. This program does have undo and redo buttons, but they don't actually undo anything else other than you removing an element. So if I remove this element, then I go undo, now it's back. But if I actually move the slider, then I undo, yeah, as you can see again, it removes the element in there. We have a bunch of audio effects, but again, if you just click on any of these, it applies this to your voice, and that's about it. There's nothing for you to actually, the amount of the effect to basically customize how much of it you want. There's nothing. Next, we have a button that says Game Recording Help. Instead, it should be... Their website claims beautiful screen capture for games. See games right there. However, you're basically recording your desktop with the game being in windowed mode, maybe in a corner of a desktop. So you're going to record a whole desktop and just a little bit of the game. Synthesized speech doesn't actually work if there's already audio track in there, if there's any audio element. Here I have text, and if I click this, it tells me your existing recording may be overwritten. Proceed. Yes. And it does nothing until I actually remove all the audio, and now I click it. Now it's actually working, see? And now it actually does something. The program itself, if you click to record a screen and you use advanced settings, there's nothing to... Very, very minimal settings. There's nothing that asks you what settings do you want. Would you like to record better quality, lower quality? What bitrate would you like to record? Nothing. This is all very, very watered down. Just click a button and start recording. Why would the program have two buttons that basically let you buy an audio equipment? This is the first time I've seen a program come with two buttons that, if you click, gonna take you to Amazon to buy an audio equipment. Because basically this is really good audio equipment that they are offering you. So what, you have to have expensive equipment to use this program properly? When the program exports, it actually saves two versions, one of them being a file with higher bitrate but lower file size, and the other one being lower bitrate but higher file size. Both of these files are actually Windows Media Videos, so WMV. It's not even saved to AVI or MP4. Another con is, usually in my videos, I play music in the background on purpose so you can see or just hear what the program is recording. Will it record the music as well as my voice? And in this particular instance, the program mutes all the music, even though the music is still playing. It mutes it in my headphones as well. So it doesn't just mute it in the recording, it mutes it for me as well. Okay, in this next segment, let me talk about good things I ran into. Well, honestly, I haven't run into any good things that really stand out. There are good things, but most of them just really come in short because they lack extra features. Like, for example, good thing is that there is a watermark, but there are no extra options to adjust the watermark. Good thing is to record your voice, but you can't adjust the audio of your voice separately. There are good sides, but not there yet, I guess. In this next segment, I was supposed to show you settings that I have used with this program, but there are no settings. I just click record. Here's like these advanced settings. I just selected these two things and I click start advanced capture now. That's all. Here I am recording, and I'm actually just gonna draw something on the screen, and I'm gonna remove that. So right now I am just recording this video. Hopefully it's gonna be good. What I've noticed is, when the recording starts, I cannot hear anything out of there. But yeah, such weird. I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Final summary and a review.
Before we jump into final thoughts, a word from Priest.
I've noticed quite a lot of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so please do consider doing that since it's free and you can unsubscribe at any point you like. Thanks.
Let's continue.
Well, this program is very weird and just in general feels like a nonsense kid's toy that barely anybody would want to use when you have all these other options. From the recorder itself, I have not focused on the recorder so much because it's very, very minimal. There's almost nothing to focus on. It has two buttons which are advanced settings, and if you click that, you just have 5 buttons which basically enable or disable something. And that's about it. There are no options to select a quality of the recording of the audio or the video. The program decides that for you basically. How many frames do you want to record? There's nothing, none of that. Just one button, very simple program, But even so, we have seen so many simple programs in the past that I have reviewed, but this one is even simpler. This one is even more watered down, and just in general so much that it feels like a toy. Some options have been stolen, a lot of options exist, but they miss bunch of customization about them. So for example, you have the feature to add a watermark, but there are no options for it. There's an option to supposedly record games, but it actually just tells you how to put your game in a windowed mode to record it while recording the desktop as well. There is text-to-speech, but it doesn't work if there is audio there already. Just a, in general, very, very bad program in my opinion. However, there are so many things that I'm talking about the editor. The recorder doesn't even have that many features to talk about. If I can say it already, this program so far has been a waste of time. One thing I wanted to mention about this company is I already know that they have a YouTube channel with bunch of videos. They have promoted this program bunch of times. So how good is this, and how good is their YouTube channel as well? That's a critic for another day, but still, there you go. There's a food for thought. There's nothing wrong with promoting your program. This program, I can say this with confidence, has been one of the worst programs I have reviewed so far. One of the worst, not the worst, however. However, what's my grade for this program from 1 to 10? Just like in my previous videos, you guys can find this information in my spreadsheet that I have. You can check it in the description, also in the comments below. I'm also going to add a couple of extra notes and maybe something else if I missed, but that about does it for this particular video and this review. One thing I also want to note is, before I go, if you are going to uninstall this program, make sure you use a program like Revo Uninstaller to actually remove all the leftover files, just to be sure. But that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you're having wonderful holidays, as much as this time period and this current situation allows us. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Also, if you are interested in me reviewing game recording programs, do check out that series as well. And that's it. This is Priest, signing out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on